Right out of the gate, I want to apologize for not being able to get the video up to you guys last night. I said that I might not be able to, and that ended up being the case. But what a hockey game last night. I know the Leafs lost in overtime, but let's be honest. It gets to overtime, and then the Bruins get a power play. Yeah, it's pretty much over. And it's 3-on-3. So come playoff time, 3-on-3's gone. So it really doesn't mean much. And more importantly, the Leafs pick up 1 point. And with Tampa's loss to the Islanders, the Leafs have officially clinched home ice in the first round. So that's all we wanted. Now these final few games literally mean nothing. So just don't get hurt. That's all I ask. You know, and you play Montreal on Saturday. Don't be surprised if guys like Marner or maybe Matthews this time will get rested. John Tavares might get rested on Saturday against Montreal at home. Don't be surprised. I understand, fans are going to be going to those games, so you don't want them to rest guys on the road. You know what? I'm going to say this. They're not going to rest guys against Montreal, but they play Monday against Tampa, I believe, because they go to Florida. So they go to the Florida Panthers on the one day, and then they play Tampa on the back-to-back on the Tuesday. So I'm guessing that they're going to play their guys against Florida and Montreal. But against Tampa, you're going to see guys rested. You're probably going to see Joseph Woll in the net there against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And that's probably how it's going to play out. But either way, let's break down this game a little bit. Because as a pure hockey fan, that game last night was very entertaining. There were hits flying, Sam Lafferty burying Matt Grzelcyk into the corner, then fighting AJ Greer, I believe it was, he fought. Albeit it was a lot of wrestling matches, not a lot of punches were thrown. But hey, the fact that they were able to do it, Sam Lafferty in the second period then scores a goal. Aston-Reese fires it to the back door. Lafferty picks up and buries it in the empty cage for his first goal as a Leaf. And that goal was 11:34 the second period. We're thinking, oh, okay, we got the lead here in Boston. And after one period of play, shots on goal were 11-7 in favor of the Bruins. But in the second period, shots on goal were 15-11 in favor of the Leafs. So it's dead even, and it's a 1-0 Leaf lead heading into the third. Great stuff. Now then Charlie Coyle gets loose and walks into the slot and rips one and beats Samson up. I think he overplayed a little much, did Sammy. I think he was sliding too much. But overall, you can't blame him too much. A guy in the slot like that, he's got a heavy shot, this Charlie Coyle, so can't really blame him too much. That goal was at 11:32 the third period, under 10 to play. Unfortunately, they had to tie it. But then the Leafs had some chances late. They can't bury it. Shots on goal, 10-8 Leafs in the third period. And we go to overtime, and then Morgan Riley takes a penalty. It was going to be a goal, right? It would have been a tap-in, I think, for Brad Marchand. So he takes the penalty, go down 4-on-3. The penalty just expires, and as Riley's getting across the blue line, Pastrnak wires one past Samsonov on the 3-on-3, or I guess technically 3-on-3 at that point. Or no, it would have been 4-on-4 at that point. And the Leafs lose in overtime. But you know what? I can't be mad, because if I watch this Leaf game, I gotta say, they played with the intensity that you're gonna need come April 17th, or whenever the Leafs play Game 1. You're going to need that sort of intensity. And then you look at the Tampa Bay side of things. They've now lost 2 straight, albeit, they lost. With Brian Elliott in the net, you can't really say too much. But they lost in New York against the Rangers with Vasilevsky in the cage. And Tanner Jeannot, their big acquisition, I mean, he went down last night in that game against the Islanders, and I don't think he returned. He had to get help off the ice. Now, that's a big piece. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be easy for the Leafs, because we all know it's not going to be. But the Leafs are doing everything right. They're staying healthy. They've clinched home ice. They're being really competitive against the Boston Bruins. Like, think of the games the Leafs and Bruins have played this year, right? I can't remember. Has it been 3 games? No, 4 games, excuse me. The one time Boston demolished the Leafs in Toronto. Was that right before the All-Star break or trade deadline? Something like that. And the Leafs won the first game against the Bruins, I believe, in Toronto 2-1. You had that late goal from Matt Grzelcyk in Boston, but again, a really good contest. And then last night, a 2-1 overtime game. So all of these games, other than that one, between the Leafs and Bruins, have been really tight. And it shows you how good of a playoff series this would be. Now, with the Leafs win, I don't know. Can't be confident when it comes to Leafs in the playoffs, but I gotta say, I'm proud of these guys last night. I thought Aston-Reese was flying all over the place. I thought Lafferty, that was probably his best game as a Leaf, without a doubt. And it's in one of those statement games against a big opponent. So I like what I saw from Lafferty. I thought Matthews had some great opportunities. Look, the team overall played pretty sound defensively. Samsonov, when he was tested, was really good, and that's a key, right? You wanted to see Samsonov on the road against the best team in the NHL, in the Boston Bruins, and kind of see what he can do. Well, Samsonov did a phenomenal job. 2 goals on 33 shots. You can't blame him on either goal. He made all the saves he was supposed to make. He made some other really good saves. Just unfortunate the 2 went in, but again, it doesn't really mean anything. I thought he played a really, really good contest. Power plays, look, the Bruins have a high-flying power play. The Leafs held them 0 for 4, which is great. However, the Leafs couldn't bury one of their 3 power plays, so both teams were 0 for. They were 0 for 4, we were 0 for 3. No matter what happened in this game, though, it doesn't matter. Because the Leafs, like I said, got that 1 point. So they have clinched home ice against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Games 1 and 2 will be at Scotiabank Arena. 3 and 4 will be at Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida. Game 5 will be in Toronto. Game 6 will be in Tampa. And Game 7, if it gets there, which Leaf fans just really don't want it to, would be in Toronto. Again, just like last year, but hopefully with a different result, because as Leaf fans, we can't handle any more of that. Was it 5-6 straight years of first-round exits, and all but one have been Game 7s. Let's not do it again, please. Please! We're 1 day closer, though. Today's April 7th. The playoffs officially start on April 17th, so a week and a half from now, 10 days until the real season gets going. And the way Leaf fans have been waiting for this all year long, literally because we knew we were playing Tampa for the majority of it. So it's crazy. They showed the stats earlier in the game. I'm going to leave it with this. The amount of time through the season, the Leafs were second, Boston was first, and Tampa was third in the division. All but 4 days has the Bruins been first. The Leafs are all like, about a week or something like that, and the Tampa Bay Lightning pretty much the same. It's been set up since October, November. We knew we were going to play the Lightning. It was just a matter of where. Now we've clinched home ice, so we know where it's going to be. And now you just get ready. And you got to make sure in these final few games, you stay healthy. That's all I ask. If it means resting guys, so be it. Get them ready, because that last game of the season, I believe against the Rangers, you're going to play your guys. Samsonov's going to play. All the regulars are going to play, because you want them 100% fresh heading into the postseason. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it. Actually, well, the Leafs' next game is on Saturday against Montreal at Scotiabank Arena. And it'd be nice to beat the Habs at Scotiabank Arena, but who really cares? Main thing, stay healthy. All right? So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, and look, yes, we're Leaf fans, and we unfortunately lost last night. But if you enjoyed the game as a hockey fan and you loved the effort from the Leafs that last night, hey, smack that like button, because I sure did. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from last night's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? The Twitter and Instagram links are down below, so follow up, send me a DM, guys, all that great stuff. The Discord and TikTok links are down there as well. So follow up if you guys have not done so already, and I will talk to you guys Raptors edition tonight as they're in Boston again, taking on the Celtics at 7:30. As for the Blue Jays, they're in action tonight. 9:38 first pitch between the Jays and the Angels in Anaheim. Who's the pitching matchup? It is Bassett versus Sandoval. I believe that's a pitching matchup tonight. As for the oh my God, every team but the one team that I wanted to say, the Leafs are back in action on Saturday as they host the Montreal Canadiens. I believe it's their last home game of the regular season. Let me just fact check that. I believe I'm right with that. Let me just check real quick. Schedule right at the end here. Yep, last home game before the end of the season. You get the Florida Panthers after that in Florida, Tampa in Tampa, and then the Rangers in New York on the 13th to end off the season. That's the thing, right? That's why you want them to play that last game of the season, because you play on the 13th, the playoffs don't officially start till the 17th. That's 4 full days, and you might not play till the 18th or something, right? So you got to get them as fresh as possible. That's why Samsonov and all the fellas will probably play against the Rangers on the 13th, all right? So, guys, thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game last night. We'll talk to you guys then.